Welcome back. Today I'm going to be watching and reacting to Nick Digiovanni cooking against me, his cameraman. Before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn those notifications on. All right, let's get into it.
I haven't done a cooking competition since Master.
No, that's true.
Hurry up, Nick.
Hazel, God, come on. Are you kidding me? Come on.
But today I'm feeling competitive.
Sometimes I forget
Manny,
he was on
get over
MasterChef,
here.
honestly. Huh?
For those of you that don't know, Manny is my trusty cameraman.
Yeah, I am.
Manny drove separately and got in a small car accident.
This is horrible. I was actually on my way to work. I was around 2 minutes away from the studio, and this guy just comes flying through an intersection and sideswipes my entire car. I had to call Nick and explain to him. He was just laughing at me on the phone. The good thing is, no one was hurt, and I got my car fixed.
Manny, don't miss it.
Manny, what's blanching? You're fired. Manny!
So many quiz questions.
Thought we could park here.
Fired. I'm not kidding this time. Why his hair cut like this? It like
Come
the
on,
hair on
Roger.
the side of his head run away and
It's not
meeting
that
on his
bad.
chin.
photos devraient se faire renvoyer. Je pense qu'il fait très bon.
Today, Manny will be cooking against me. What? Manny, grab that cutting board under the table because you're gonna need it. I had Marlo make 2 completely random mystery boxes, and neither of us has
mystery
any
boxes are
idea
pretty cool.
what's inside. I'm gonna let Manny take his pick because I've had plenty of mystery box challenges in the past.
At least I got the
Gordon
pick.
Ramsay himself.
It is a little hard to concentrate cooking in front of Alessandra. It's hard to focus on a radish when there's a supermodel standing there.
So I'm not
Supermodel. How did Isabel think about that?
feeling too nervous right now.
All right, I'm gonna go with this one. Can I open it?
Not yet. For the record, we've had tens of thousands of requests for Manny to be in one of the videos, particularly cooking with me after he's learned and watched so much. And
Gotta give the fans what they want.
before we open the boxes, one last thing. For those of you that don't know, we're trying to catch up to Gordon Ramsay and subscriber count right now, and we have a long road ahead. So go smack that
I need to catch up to Nick.
like button and make sure you don't forget to subscribe either.
Subscribe.
Come on.
Alright, here we go. I really have no idea what the fuck is in here. Okay, let's see. Alright, we got it. We got potato. We got another one actually. There's 2 of them. We got some garlic Osmo and some actual real garlic right here. It's a nice pair. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. We got a bottle of red wine right here. And then Manny's favorite, we got a big, nice piece of
This piece of meat was insane. I actually got to take some home after the shoot and cook it, and it was awesome.
this is I don't know. This is called, I should know this. Wait, maybe there's a hint on here.
Manny, that's a Chateaubriand. We put one of these.
Chateaubriand. I always forget
Apparently
this.
this is
I
called
still
a
forget it when he
Chateaubriand.
asks me.
I should have known that. Alright, there's one more thing in here. I don't even know what this is.
This is a total surprise. I had no idea they had this in the box.
I don't think I'm gonna have to wear this while I cook today. I am?
Yep.
I look
Put it on the wrong way.
All right, I'm actually really excited here because I miss mystery box challenges. My first ingredient is cooked salted duck egg.
Have you guys had a cooked salted duck egg? I've had them, and I'm not the biggest fan, but go try them if you haven't.
Where the do you even find this? Second, I have a nice block of cream cheese. It looks kind of beat up. More duck eggs. There's so many duck eggs. Many. We've never even had duck eggs in the kitchen here. And then
Yep.
just this big thing
I've
of
had duck
flour.
eggs.
I got kind of a boring box.
Check under the table. He's a professional chef. He can make it work, right? Oh, I remember this. This is really cool.
Really cold. I still see nothing. What the hell is this? It's king crab. Where did we even get a king crab right now? He's moving.
I'm so glad.
If you've never seen a king crab in person, you gotta either try one or check one out at your local seafood market. They're delicious and just insane creatures.
Pick this box. I have no idea how to cook that thing. That's all you. Oh.
Yeah,
This is
I
like
have no idea how to cook one of these things.
lively king crab. Clearly the main ingredient in my box is this king crab. Manny, we're in for a challenge.
We are.
So there you have it. Today we'll have an intense showdown between me and Manny with surf versus turf. To begin, I had to square up against Manny and things got a little bit heated.
Hey, guys.
Let's get our 60-minute timer started, and our time starts now.
First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open this up.
Nick's about to roast me because I cut through the entire thing of meat.
I'm not gonna cook this entire thing. That wouldn't make sense, obviously.
You just cut into the meat
Yep,
like a
here
meat.
comes the roast.
What are you doing?
I'll turn it over.
I really didn't mean to do this. I was just trying to cut through the plastic, but the knives that Nick has in the studio are so freaking sharp.
Over now. All right, I'm gonna cut a nice piece out of this. Nice little piece of filet mignon. I'm gonna use this red wine in here and make a red wine reduction with a little bit of garlic. Then
That
I'm gonna
did
take
not go
the
to plan.
potatoes and make a
If
little
you've seen the
potato
video.
puree and put that under the steak. And then finish it obviously with some Osmo garlic salt. That's the plan. I hope it works out.
Today I'll be making king crab raviolos with a beautiful fresh king
These were
crab leg
so
right next to
good.
it. I've never used a duck egg before for a pasta, but we're gonna find out how it is. I always feel so bad killing the king crabs, but I'm sorry, Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs, how'd they go?
I'm just kind of prepping the meat here before I cut into it. There's a lot of silver skin. You can see it like right here. And I'm just gonna trim this as much as I can.
So mangled. It looks like you killed someone. Benny, it seems kind of unfair.
The silver skin is actually really hard to take off. There's so much of it, and you have to be so careful not to mangle it, like I kind of did. but I think I got most of it off.
That I have a king crab, and Manny just has to sear off one piece of beef.
I'm gonna cut in. I'm gonna get my fillet out of this pretty soon. I just want to make sure that it's as good as I can get it.
Picked a really good section of it. There's not too much fat. You took off all the
Thank you, Nick.
He gashed the whole center of it. Ruined the fillet immediately.
Try my best.
Whoa, Manny.
So at this point, I'm gonna be taking off all of my crab's legs. There's gonna be water and juice everywhere. At a full 8 pounds, hence why this costs $800. This crab is way too big to fit into a pot. All right, Manny, I've already broken down my king crab. I'm moving kind of quick, Manny. We only have 45 minutes left, so you might want to be quick. I've got my boiling water. Time to cook that king crab. I'm gonna steam these.
I love this glass.
All right, so I'm thinking about actually
awesome.
cutting this piece
Great
off.
for
I'm not
filming
gonna
too.
have as big a piece, but I think it's gonna be a more perfect piece. It might be frowned upon in the Wagyu community or Nick, but I'm just. All right, now I'm gonna cut through. I think my perfect piece is gonna be right here. There we go.
Look at that.
This is gonna be our nice.
I think that's pretty good.
No, it's not. Please tell me you're joking. Please
thought it
tell
was
me you're
fine.
joking. You're messing with me or no?
No, I'm not.
This is the steak that
I've
you just
definitely
cut
got a
out
piece of
this?
steak at a restaurant
Do you know
that
how
size.
tall a filet mignon is? This is probably 1 ounce. What are you doing? You need a big, tall piece. What are you doing?
Sorry, chef.
I should have let him use that. It's ridiculous. My crab is going in. I need to start working on
I'm
my
surprised the
pasta,
crab
or
fit in
I'm
the
not
bowl,
going
honestly.
to make the cut. We're less than 40 minutes left here, so I really have to move quick. This is gonna take a while to cook as well. So
Not gonna lie, this was
feeling
stressful, but a
kinda
lot of
stressed
fun.
right now.
All right, we're going for a second try here. This wasn't good
try.
enough, so I'm gonna go.
Wasn't
for this
thick enough for
entire
Nick.
chunk right here. I kind
Nick
of
likes
cleaned
it
it
thick.
off. I think it's good enough, so I'm gonna go in. This is our new piece. Pretty substantially bigger than the first one. And now I'm gonna move on to the red wine sauce.
It's like
I'm gonna
triple
come
the
back to
size
that
of the
in a
first
I don't
one.
want to hurt Manny's feelings, but look what he's doing here. He has first made one that's way too short. Now he's made one that's far too tall. I'd cut off probably about this amount off of there and have a really, really nice steak, but I'm gonna let him do his thing. This is his dish. So the king crab has this crazy amount of liquid, but I have to start working on my pasta or I'm gonna run out of time.
All right, so I'm gonna get started on the red wine reduction sauce.
This is where it all went south for me, at least. Everything else went pretty well, but my red wine reduction was
shallots, kind of
very broken.
Manny, this is the last hint I think I'm gonna give you today. You need to deglaze your pan with the red wine. That's all I'm gonna say.
And I think when I deglaze, I'm gonna do that after I toss these in some butter.
Yeah, I have no idea what it means.
Nice, Manny. I am getting to work on my
Come on,
pasta
pretty
to
good
keep
cutting
things
skills.
fair. I'm not going to measure out
Nick's taught me
anything. I mean,
things,
I
too.
typically don't anyways, but I want to level the playing field here a little bit. So I'm going to go in with some flour. I'm going to dump this onto the center of my cutting board, make my nice little well in the middle, and then into that well, I'll crack a few of my nice duck eggs. I've got a couple cuts from the king crab, but I made it out alive.
I love how people make pasta. Nick's not the only one that does. A lot of people that make pasta that are in like the food space make this nice little like bowl of flour and put the eggs in. Always looks so satisfying.
I'm gonna heat this up a little bit. This on like a low medium heat. I'm gonna add a little bit of this oil in.
Love these pans Nick has.
What are you doing?
I'm just gonna get a knob of this butter on. Don't need this much. Don't need a ton.
Don't listen to what Nick's saying. I think my steak came out really well.
And I'm gonna turn the heat down a little bit. I don't want to brown the butter, but actually it might be kind of nice. Now I'm gonna add the
These portable burners that Nick have heat up so quick, like way hotter than a normal stovetop. So it's so easy to just like burn the crap out of stuff if you don't know how to use them.
shallots in.
And you clearly have not paid any attention. All the many times that we've made steak, he could not be doing things more backwards. My pasta dough's coming together. I think the duck yolk pasta dough might actually work out. I really do.
Nick's pasta looks pretty good.
All right, my pasta dough is finished. I'm gonna go ahead and rest this in the fridge about 15 minutes. And in the meantime, my king crab is complete. I don't wanna overcook it because I'm gonna continue cooking it when I make the pasta, and we want it to be perfect.
I'm gonna add the red wine to the glaze, and then I'm gonna let it reduce into like a nice thick red wine sauce that I'm gonna use.
That did not
What
happen.
are you doing?
So we haven't been able to find a wine opener.
This is
so
pretty
forcing
cool.
me to try other methods to try to get this open. I might honestly just have to push the cork in. All right, this seems to be working. It's not the ideal method, but we're gonna go with it.
This went all over me.
I want everyone to take a quick look at the stations here. I have my neatly wrapped pasta dough, my king crab is cooked, then look what's happening over here.
So I haven't even
I was
really started
multitasking.
sauce yet because I've been trying to find a wine opener for like 20 minutes. So
And we only have about 25, 30 minutes left.
I'm gonna keep this up.
Time was getting short.
Again, and then I'm gonna flambe the sauce with the red wine.
Flambe, give me some. Let's go.
It's kind of bubbling. Cooked a little bit more than I would like to, but we're just gonna kind of go with it. It's not hot enough. I don't
burned
think
those.
to flambe yet.
I got the flambe though.
Flambe is almost done. So a little bit of a flame on the way till this kind of burns off. I think that was my first successful flambe. All right, now I'm just gonna let this reduce.
All right, so I'm gonna chop a few
That was the
chives
only part
up.
of the
This
sauce
was
that went
actually
right.
something
Everything
that I
else went
learned my
wrong.
First restaurant job. You have to be nice and quick with them. And these don't have to be
Nick's
too
knife
fine.
skills
So I'm kind of
never
whipping
disappoint.
right through it here just because I'm gonna put these into the overall mix of the king crab. I'm almost going for a crab rangoon type raviolo. So into my bowl of cream cheese, and then I'm gonna have that nice duck egg in the middle, just the yolk, and it's gonna pop open and spill across the plate as a sauce as you cut into the ravioli.
Alright, Nick's kind of been roasting me about how messy my cooking station is, so I'm gonna take the pieces of meat that I'm not using and toss them behind me, clean this up a little bit, and then I'm gonna get started with potatoes.
So I am beginning to cut into my beautiful king crab leg. The key here with king crab is trying to really carefully open it up and keep it nice and clean. It's a
crazy.
really kind of delicate.
You need such sharp knives to cut through crab like that and make it look easy.
Look at art. Manny should feel lucky that he did.
These are the best parts of the crab legs right here.
Look at the king crab, because to break open and cook a king crab with fresh pasta and all that kind of stuff within an hour is no easy feat. So as you can see, that came out nice and clean, and I actually want to lay a full king crab leg on my final dish right next to the Eggo ravioli.
All right, now that I've kind of cleaned off my cooking station here, I'm gonna take both of my potatoes raw with the skins on and toss them in the boiling water behind me. Here we go, there's one potato, there's two. All right, I've cooked potatoes before, but I don't remember how long I'm supposed to cook them, so don't tell me I'm gonna Google it.
So I'll chop this up nice and fine, just into small little pieces where you can still get that nice texture from the crab, but where it's not gonna kind of overpower the raviolo and be too much. I'll toss that into my bowl here. Perfect. It's okay if I bring a little crab juice with me. That's what I want here.
All right, so I've had this on a very, very low simmer because I don't want to burn this. The sauce is really starting to thicken. It's a lot thicker than when we started. I'm gonna keep on going so it's a little bit thicker, and then I'm gonna purify it with this chinois right here. Now I'm gonna use this spatula and just kind of press it through here.
I have to say, it makes me proud to cook with Manny. After all the things that I've tried to teach him, I hope he's at least soaked a few things up, but so far, honestly, I don't. I mean, this reduction smells and looks okay, but if you move it around, you can see it's not properly emulsified. It would be what we call a broken sauce.
Still a sauce.
So we currently have 23 minutes left on the clock. I'm gonna add just a few seasonings into this, but I want to keep it nice and simple. All these flavors should speak for themselves. I want to let the king crab do the talking.
Now I'm gonna start prepping the steak here. I'm gonna keep the seasoning simple. I'm gonna use some freshly ground black pepper, some flaky white, some roasted garlic, Osmo salt as well.
I think I did pretty well with the
Then I'm
seasonings.
gonna take some of this garlic. I'm gonna put on that.
This garlic Osmo is
Seasoning
great.
properly, I like that.
Something to roll
That's
this
a
up
nice
and
little
pick up the
crunch
rest
to
of
it.
the salt on the board, and then I'm gonna go in with some pepper.
You need about 5 times more seasoning on the piece of meat there. All right, so my pasta dough is done.
still
I'm gonna
working
go
on it.
ahead
Come
and
on.
begin rolling it out. But here's the thing, I want to keep this competition
still looks
fair, so
great.
I'm gonna be using a rolling pin to hand roll all my pasta as well. No machines today.
All right, just check the timer. We only have 18 minutes left. I'm gonna try to get these potatoes done in time and then move on to cooking my steak. So we have some moldy garlic. Definitely not gonna use that, but we'll use some of this.
They almost try to set me up. They give me moldy garlic. Like, come on.
To be honest.
Please follow me back to take a look at Manny steaming his potatoes. No lid, the water's only about halfway out.
Forgot to poke holes in the potatoes, which helps.
The potatoes are probably more confused than Manny.
All right, I've gone
I
a
got
lid.
roasted. I got roasted on that
To the
one.
pot. Nick told me that's gonna help a lot. So, all right, if you kind of see this, it's separated. Since we waited so long too, I also burned the shallots. Everything about the sauce is pretty fun. So I'm gonna redo this. Hopefully the second time's better than this. It's not that hard to beat.
I forgot I tried the sauce again. It's getting pretty intense now.
It is extremely hard to roll out fresh pasta. It has to be nice and clear and thin through the center, and I'm doing this all by hand. So I'm gonna take my ring mold and cut out a nice ring of my pasta dough. We need 2 of these to make the perfect raviolo. So for my raviolo, I'm gonna go on with a nice big scoop of that delicious filling that I made. Put that right in the middle. Then using a duck egg, I'll make a nice little well in the center, and then I'll go right in with my duck egg to the center, paint all the edges of my raviolo, just so that I can seal it all up, and then on goes my lid. Manny, you only have 15 minutes left.
The potatoes should be done in theory. I hope not.
I had 15 minutes left, and I had to remake my sauce. And my potatoes were undercooked. The only thing I had really to show off was my steak.
There you go. Here's one potato. Okay, looks good. I think it's okay. There's my timer. Put it in for 25 minutes. But it also wasn't steaming correctly for like a good 18 minutes of that. So I don't know. It's gonna be okay. All right, now we're gonna see if this actually cooked all the way through. After 25 minutes. I'm gonna get another potato.
The inside of the potato was not
cooked. In here for another 2 minutes longer than the other one, so maybe we'll have a little bit better luck. Oh, this thing's a little bit softer. That are cooked here, because I don't have a lot of time left. I'm gonna leave the inner part of the potato that's not cooked side of this.
You guys got 13 minutes left. How you feeling with only 13 minutes left? Man?
I'm making extra ones. I'm literally having so much fun over here. This to me is one of the most exciting videos we've ever done.
This shit. All right, I just added some butter in here. It should melt because it's still really hot. All right. My new stick of butter. Try number 2. Hopefully I don't fuck it up this time. A little bit of oil in. The butter doesn't burn. Shallots in here.
Okay.
I'm not
This is
gonna bomb
my
it this time. Just
this is
don't
my
have time
second
for that.
attempt at my sauce.
That's right. Okay, now I'm gonna add the red wine in. There we go.
Red wine in.
Feel this way. I'm just hoping I
Had to.
can get it to emulsify correctly.
It's finally time to start cooking my raviolos. I'm gonna go in with some of that crab
Nick's just at
water.
300% right now.
Of this flavor with my
I'm trying to catch up.
That is what the pasta's gonna cook.
I'm gonna pour this sauce in this bowl. Try not to spill it because I've been spilling all day long. All right, before I cook the steak, I'm gonna get a couple things that I'm gonna use to baste the steak. I have some raw garlic here, rosemary on my steak, all seasoned. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some oil. I'm gonna add like, I don't know, like half an inch of oil in here and wait till it's really hot, what Nick's taught me. No, not half an inch, more like 2 centimeters.
We only have 6 minutes left. He has not even started his steak. I can tell you right now, I'm going to have to give Manny extra time.
All right, I think the oil is hot enough. I really want this to be really hot to get a nice sear on both sides, so wish me luck. Here we go.
All right, I'm putting my steak in. I think that's good.
Really proud of you, man. That was good.
Nick taught me that when you're searing a steak, you want to have super, super high heat, at least in the beginning, to get a good sear on each side of the steak. It gives your steak a really nice crunch when you bite into it. And it gives your steak a really nice crunch when you bite into it.
Now let's see if you paid attention.
I'm just gonna let this sit for like 2 minutes on each side and let it cook all the way through. I'm just honestly worried about either cooking it too much.
You can tell the crust is going really well from here. Yep.
As you can see, that's a really nice crust.
You can see one of the steps he missed. He didn't push the steak down, so it's not.
And that's true, but I can always turn it over and just press it down again and fix it.
Fully crisp and brown. Everything bubbled up here and it essentially steamed this section of the beef. He didn't pay attention.
Maybe I can get that right on this side. So I'm gonna start pushing it down now.
For the record, what you're looking at there is probably a $50 to $75 filet mignon. So if Manny messes that up, that's just throwing money right out the window.
All right, let's check out this other side. I think we can safely say that this side is way better than our first attempt here.
Yeah, that's true.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna flip it over and try to improve this side a little bit.
Happy to.
Are you doing anything?
I'm still waiting.
See, I turned it over. I think I fixed it.
The hour block. We have 3 judges that are coming. I don't want to finish my dish and have my egg yolk raviolo not work, so I have to wait. I would have been done 15, 20 minutes ago. Look at this. He started cooking his steak, the main element in his dish, after the time ran out. Manny, what is this? What is this?
I'm not using it.
We wasting the most expensive part.
As you remember, like the first time we did this, the other side was bad. I think this is a much.
Nick's really good. Let's say Nick's editor is really good at the Gordon references.
Better improvement. Look at that. That's a crispy steak.
Yeah,
So that is now what a lot of people
kind of forgot if I did or not.
All I know is this. If the judges cut Manny's steak open and it's not a perfect doneness level, that's it for Manny. What are you doing? You're gonna melt it. Too much. The trash can is smoking, man.
Now I'm gonna baste the steak. I'm gonna add some butter in.
I was running out of time.
Saw that. It smells really good. All right, now I'm just gonna continue to baste this.
Good. Little salt by action right there.
All right, to finish off my dish, I'm gonna go in with my egg yolk raviolos, which have to be cooked perfectly for this to work. These are some of the hardest things to make in cooking. I'll put my plate right in the center, and I'm gonna keep this simple. In the back, I have some brown butter going. This is perfect brown butter, which is gonna help to finish off my
I actually didn't know about brown butter until I met Nick. It's something I've learned that I've taken away and I've used a lot in my own personal cooking at home.
ravioli. If these are not cooked perfectly, my dish will have no sauce and be a complete failure. And I can't lose to Manny today. Once my brown butter is hot, I'm gonna take that raviolo,
these raviolis
place it right into that brown butter and let it fit.
Really good.
Give that thing a whole bath of
good.
brown butter. And after this, we sit it down for a second to rest. Manny, the judges are waiting outside. We have to finish our dishes right now. We have to clean off our workstations because they have no idea who made what dish, except for Marwa, who set up the mystery boxes. And then it'll be time to taste. Manny, officially, I'm giving us 3 minutes each to finish everything.
Here we go. Final plating. Oh, that crab leg looks so good. I can go for one of those right now. Come on, I think mine looks pretty good.
I have 15 seconds left. Looks like an ice cream.
And with that, our dishes are complete. And they both look pretty damn good.
Final plating.
Manny, I'm really proud of you for the look of the steak.
Thank you.
I'm really proud of you.
Time to bring the judges.
Here come the judges.
So here we have our 3 judges. Right here on this side, we have a filet mignon with mashed potatoes and a red wine reduction. And over here, we have a king crab egg yolk raviolo with a piece of king crab leg right next to it. At this time, Manny and I are gonna walk out, let the judges discuss, and we'll come back to find out who's the winner.
All right, what are we doing first?
I'm gonna go for this one, I think. We're gonna see if the egg yolk flows.
Woo!
It's pretty decent flow. All right, time for the steak.
Moment of truth. Super easy to cut through.
Woo! That is looking good.
Now we have to see if it tastes good.
Gotta find the well-rounded bite here.
That was really good. The yolk is so creamy.
The crab's like super fresh.
So they're trying my dish. Let's go.
Crust, you get like a nice thick crust.
All right, they like my crust. They like my crust.
Almost crispy.
It is crispy.
That's music to my ears.
It is really good.
Thank
The
you.
way though, you'll notice the crust, they didn't sear the edges. Cheers. Cheers.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough.
It's so well seasoned.
Wow, it melts in your mouth.
Thank you,
Definitely
Cole.
the steaks, the stand-up, mashed potatoes.
Cole's one of the
Definitely kind
judges.
of like a heartier mashed potatoes.
The mashed potatoes don't do it. No, I don't really like them at all.
This mashed potatoes for like 5 people right now.
The ravioli just
Come on.
together, I feel like it was
Rather
much
get more than you need than less than you need at a
But
restaurant,
man,
right?
That like filet really stood out just on its own. Should we get final votes?
Yeah.
You ready? I'm ready. 1, 2, 3.
anyone can cook.
Anyone can. That doesn't mean that everyone can.
That's messed up.
I was extremely proud of how Manny did today. And
at least Nick's proud of me.
I actually thought I lost. Who voted for my dish?
I thought this was an honor.
You too. Benji, why did you like Manny's steak better?
That's why Benji's my favorite.
And it looked fantastic.
I got you.
Thanks, Benji. Benji's the man.
Unbelievable.
So it sounds like, in addition to this dish here being really a strong dish, the mashed potatoes put Manny on. As a punishment, Manny has to clean all the dishes. But Manny, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Nick.
Tell us all below if you liked having Manny cooking today instead of filming. Manny was far better at cooking than I thought he would be, given that he never cooked. And he had me nervous at the end. One last time, make sure to subscribe so we can catch up to Gordon. Smack a like on the video, if not for me, for Manny's cooking today. And happy cooking.
Happy cooking, baby. All right. If you enjoyed today's video, let me know if you want me to do more of these reaction kind of videos. I had a great time doing this. I'll see you next time.